was a
Keys.
tough
Look who it
Thanksgiving.
is.
A tough Thanksgiving for Keys boys. I'm going to tell you right now.
Keys
The
has
surly was
walked
flowing.
in.
The surly was flowing.
Judd's
boy.
keys to a Vikings victory over the San Francisco 49ers. So, yeah, what's Keys' favorite Thanksgiving libation? I'm sure it's surly.
It's Furious. It's Furious followed by Axeman.
He's actually got-
You mean food?
What's his favorite food item? Well, I said
mean
libation.
food?
What's his favorite food item?
Do you mean food? He likes prime rib. Contrarian. He doesn't like
nice.
turkey.
Okay.
He doesn't like turkey.
Okay.
We had duck yesterday at our gathering.
I had a strip steak.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Wasn't
duck's
bad.
good.
Strip steak?
Strip steak.
Little strip
Nice.
steak. Little strip steak. Little rare.
Savior, I got a question for you guys on Purple Daily. So
Okay.
Don't give away too much.
Duck is underrated. I'll just say that.
I've never
quickly.
had duck. I love
It's good.
all type of foods like that. I've never
Melts
had
in
duck
your
though.
mouth. I'm just gonna say that.
I think I've had duck.
Take the beak off first.
Yeah, naturally.
All right.
Affleck.
We have Judd's
No, don't
keys.
kill the Affleck duck.
God. Judd's keys to a Vikings win over
All right.
the San Francisco 49ers.
Gentlemen, there's 4 keys. 4 keys I've been presented with by Keys, who's sleeping in the corner now. No surprise, but let's go. Key number 4. Keep them separated. That's right. Keep them separated.
Is that the offspring?
Yes, it is the offspring.
Yes, keep them separated. Hey, you don't want your left tackle. Christian Darrisaw. Okay. Now this guy plays both sides, but this is going to be one of Christian Darrisaw's best tests so far. Nick Bosa will play both right and left end. He is for the 2021 campaign, gentlemen, 10 sacks right now, 5 on each side, though. The Darrisaw matchup in particular intrigues me. Bosa has 5 sacks in the past 4 games. If you recall the playoff game that these two teams played a couple of years ago, in which the Vikings got pretty well just their butts kicked and they got smoked by the Niners, Kirk Cousins that day was sacked 6 times. The Vikings as a whole, 147 yards. Now the line has actually done, and Kirk, I think delivering the ball quicker is a big deal too, has done a pretty good job of keeping Kirk clean. In fact, his highest sack total so far this year is the 3 sacks that he had against the Bengals in week 1. But you got to keep them separated if you're Christian Darrisaw, and that starts with Nick Bosa not getting essentially what could amount to free runs at the Vikings QB from his blindside.
Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to decide how much of that game 2 years ago in the playoffs is even comparable to what's going to happen on Sunday. I mean, the Niners have played really well the last 2 weeks. I don't think this Niners team is of that caliber.
I don't either. But I do think they like to play tough. Mm-hmm. And the Vikings in that game didn't play tough. So I guess my question is, are you prepared, much like Ant did on Wednesday, are you prepared to punch back, figuratively?
All right. The next key here.
Okay, the next key is extremely appropriate for today, but a little bit gross. So I'd like to apologize. Keep in mind it's Keys, not me, who writes these. Stop the runs. Wow. Stop the runs. The Niners have run the ball 40-plus times in each of their past 2 games, wins against the Rams and Jags, and piled up more than 150 yards, and probably just as importantly, held on the ball for at least 38 minutes in each game. And that comes from a combination of backs, Trey Sermon, Eli Mitchell, and then Deebo Samuel, a wide receiver, gets moved to the backfield and is extremely fast. The Vikings, I believe, if I am not mistaken, are going to have exactly 0 members of their starting defensive line for this game. That's going to present problems. They come in not a great team against the run. And, of course, the thing is, for this offense to cook, it has to have the football. So if San Francisco has elongated drives and plenty of possession time, that's going to become a problem. So the Vikings, with those who do play in this game, are going to have to, the day after Thanksgiving, or 2 days or 3 days, stop those runs.
A little Imodium will go a long way, I think, to stopping the San Francisco offense. I don't know if the Vikings need the ball for much more than about 23 minutes time of possession.
Right.
With their quick strike offense, I think time of possession tends to be overrated. I think people think, well, you got to keep the other team's offense off the field. Well, if they're a quick strike offense, it doesn't matter if they score points. I think it's more about to what Judd was saying, you're so depleted defensively. If those guys are depleted and gassed and they're on the field for like 40 minutes and they're tired, then it makes it harder for them to stop the drives. So it's going to be less about total yardage defense and more about bend but don't break. If you can be good in the red zone and decent on third down, if they want to run up 350, 400 yards of offense but stall out in the red zone, that's probably the best case scenario until you get some of these guys back. Like if Michael Pierce comes back at some point.
And then just quick strikes.
Quick strike. Quick
Jefferson, Thielen.
Quick jam.
Little quick strike. Little Jefferson. Bam.
All right, key number 2. Are we counting down to key number 2?
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Key number 2.
I don't have my key sound effect because I've got the NFL bed here playing. So
that's fine. Okay. Key number 2. This is a message directly to the people who office at TCO Performance Center in Eagan, and that is this: actions speak louder than words. All right. So Zim came out on Monday and said, if Kirk throws a pick, he throws a pick. I mean, it's fine.
If he
Kirk
dies,
has to understand.
he dies.
Yeah. If he dies, he dies. If he throws a pick, he throws it. I'm not going to get mad. I'm the new Zim. I'm the new improved Zim. I'm the Zim I'm pals with Kirk now. We meet on Thursdays at from 2 to 2:15.
I'm dating
Thursday.
a 27-year-old Instagram model. What
Exactly
do I care?
right.
Throw a 10 interceptions. I don't care.
Good.
Now-
Get it.
Now, Kirk was potentially, and they didn't count, so it's fine. But Kirk threw what could have been potentially 2 real killer picks against the Packers. Both came back. And to the Vikings' credit, they didn't freak out. They basically said, no, we're going to stay the course, right? Well, eventually, in probably a game like this, Kirk's going to throw a real-life pick, and it's going to count. There's going to be no flag.
A real
life pick. It's not going to be dropped by an incompetent safety. It's just going to be a pick, and it's going to kill a drive. And the question then becomes, does everybody say, hey, we signed up for this, right? Like we all signed the waiver, and we all know that the ride is going to be bumpy at times, but when it's not, it's going to be great. So can they back up? And this is true of Mike, it's true of Kirk, it's true of probably Clint as well. Can they back up what they're saying with it went wrong, we might have given up a touchdown, but we're going to continue to do what we do, which is pass the ball. Actions will eventually speak louder than the words.
The Vikings are like a boxer or a UFC fighter, like on offense, that their only goal lately, up until the last 2 games, has been, we just don't want to get knocked out. We don't want to get hit. So we'll just kind of dance around a little bit, maybe a jab here, right? It's like, well, sometimes if you throw that haymaker, you open yourself up and the opponent might punch you.
Yeah.
But just because the opponent punches you doesn't mean it's a knockout.
That's right.
Believe in the strength of your jaw is what I'm saying. If the Vikings are a boxer, like you're going to take a punch. It's fine.
Exactly.
Throw a haymaker back.
But will they do that? That becomes my question.
Find out. We'll find out.
You got to prove that you are willing to have a screw up and not get freaked out by it. And key number one.
Key number 1 is brought to you by our friends at Federated, because the Vikings should be looking to avoid risk management here.
Right.
Let's throw caution to the wind. Federated is here to help business owners with risk management. If you're looking to protect your business, and the Vikings should be opening theirs up, all right? But Federated's here to protect your bottom line, protect your employees. They've been around for over 100 years in Owatonna, Minnesota. They are one of us. A lot of Minnesota sports fans there, too. A bunch of masochists. But you can find out more about the resources they provide at federatedinsurance.com. And remember, at Federated, it's our business to protect yours. All right, key number 1.
Key number 1 from my friend Keys, clean that up, is this.
The puke?
I don't want to talk about it.
Or is he having trouble stopping the runs?
I don't want to talk about it, okay? I'm just going to do the key like this. Key number 1 is this. Are we in for a San Francisco treat?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Rice-A-Roni reference? What's the San Francisco treat? Is that
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. And it's Santa Clara, but I don't care. They are still, as far as I know, the San Francisco 49ers.
It's quite a ways away from San Francisco.
It is a long ways away. And yeah, but anyway, the 49ers cornerbacks, which include a guy by the name of Josh Norman, who I think is now my age.
Wow.
Let's just say they've had issues. And you know who has not? Justin Jefferson. Last 2 games, 17 catches on 21 targets, 312 yards, 2 touchdowns. The 2 games before that, 5 catches on 9 targets, 90 yards, and a touchdown. In other words, we are in for a potential San Francisco treat from Justin Jefferson against a pair of corners who might not exactly hold up real well against Cousins, Thielen, Jefferson, and even Declan's guy, KJ Osborne. A San Francisco treat could be on the way when it comes to the passing attack.
I'm going to give you one stat here that I'd like to see a change this week. People talk about the deep pass attempts, right? Well, let's talk about intermediate pass attempts. Let's talk about 10 to 19 yards in the air. So that little sweet spot, just maybe over the top of a linebacker, but we're not talking about 40 yards down the field here.
The seam?
The seam.
Just right down the. I love this.
Could be a deep out of some kind.
Oh, God.
All right. So Kirk Cousins and the Vikings passing game coming into this contest rank 17th in intermediate pass attempts. Tom Brady ranks number 1. Tom Brady has 107 intermediate pass attempts, which is where he's made his entire career. Kirk Cousins only 65, so Brady has 42 more intermediate pass attempts. Josh Allen's high on the list, Matt Stafford, etc. Cousins is down there with Mac Jones, Sam Darnold, old Ben Roethlisberger, and Teddy Bridgewater in terms of just intermediate throws. That's what I want to see more of. Just 2 or 3 more times per game, and they've been doing it the last couple weeks. But let's that's where the money is, right? Justin Jefferson, about 12 yards coming across the middle.
Turns it into 25, 30.
Boom.
35, 40, 45, 50. He's loose.
He's loose.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. And Kirk's got that touch. That's a Kirk throw, actually.
Yes, and it doesn't require perfect protection. If you're letting a guy go down the field further than, those intermediate throws, you can ramp those up.
Love it.
A little bit. So those are 4 keys, Judd's keys to a Vikings victory over the 49ers.
4 quarters, baby.
Boy.
Nice job, keys.
I like the Offspring reference, man. I love me some Offspring.
Gotta keep him separated.
Yeah,
rock solid 90s band.
Hope
there.
the left tackles do one all right.
Really bad live because he can't hit the high notes live.
Oh, really?
Most of their songs are borderline, hard high notes.
Yeah, makes sense.
So play. The Creed guy can, right? No, he can't hit high notes.
What's that guy's name? Scott Stapp.
Yeah,
Kirk
I
Cousins?
got it wrong one time, and then our guest got mad at me. So
can't say I've heard Creed live. Actually,
Nope.
So
Kirk has, but he won't pay for him.
Yeah, we found that website. There's a website that shows you what the fee is to get
Creed's
a band
playing.
to perform live. It's I think it's $150,000. It might be closer to $200,000
They would have played in my backyard.
If you make $30 million a year and you have $150 million in earnings the last 5 or 6 years, you can't stump $100,000 for.
I'm paying for
that's
McCartney
the
to
kind
show
of
up
rich
at my
guy.
house.
If I ever get to the point where I'm worth $200 million, like some of these, I'm going to be the
Creed's
most
coming.
fun, hilarious rich guy. I'm just going to have yacht rock bands coming over to play for my friends and family.
Michael McDonald before he dies,
Michael McDonald, yes.
before it's too late.
Come on over, Michael. Just play about 2 hours of yacht rock classics for me and my friends. Okay, sounds good.
Here's $250,000, Michael.
Michael, you were supposed to start an hour ago. Are you getting close? I'm such a long way to go. All right, Vikings 49ers on Sunday.
Oh God!
Happy
Oh, wait,
Black
hold on a
Friday
second.
to everybody.
Before we go, come on, let's do it one more time.
Wave the damn flag.
I'm waving the
That's
flag.
right.
I'm waving the flag. That was such a big win.
Timberwolves.
So much fun.
If we could just not play another game the rest of the season, actually, I don't even want this Charlotte game tonight because I'm afraid they're going to lose by 20. Just
Oh my
bust it.
God! This is such, and the thing that game showed again is this is such a fun basketball town. If you give them something decent, I mean, it's such a fun. People were
Okay,
so
was the
jacked.
arena? I saw some pictures of empty upper deck sections. Was it
I
not
found
as
this
full
out-
as they
I
were
found this out
perpetuating a
post-game.
packed house?
No, I found this out post game, and I did not know this. Evidently, you were allowed to. The NBA has given a waiver of sorts, where if you don't have to tarp them, but if you declare certain sections you're not going to sell tickets, you can do that and claim a sellout. So there were 2 sections. I think it was 201 and 203 in the end zone across from where the press table is that were completely empty. What I didn't know is those are declared sections where they're not going to sell tickets.
Oh,
Got it.
So they can announce a sellout and say it's a packed house, but it's confusing.
So it wasn't like 10 sections. Was it pretty full?
I didn't look behind me, and so I don't know if they did the same. It was not full. They did declare it a sellout. It was not full, but it was a good crowd, and the crowd was great. Like, take
It's a sellout to me. It's a sellout
One more
to
time.
me.
One more time.
Wave the flag.
Wave the damn flag.
Wave the damn
I'm waving the
flag.
flag. I'm waving
Jimmy
the
Butler,
flag.
you're a coward.
You know what?
Guy
Good
who
one,
got
Jack.
trucked by.
You
I
know
don't
what
even
I
remember the
gotta
guy's
say?
name. The guy who got trucked by Edwards on that dunk. You're a coward.
I want the 7 or 8 seed now. That's what I gotta say. Forget this 10 seed crap.
My sights are set higher now. I don't even want the
Yeah.
play-in. I want the 6
The LOB.
Yeah.
You want the LOB, don't you?
Well, I'm saying I want to avoid the play-in. I'm not going.
I think you
LOB
want the
yet.
LOB. I
Beat
think you're coming back.
Charlotte. Beat Charlotte tonight, then we can talk LOB.
You know what you do? You make a playoff run, and then you come back and say, you know what? We really need a new arena.
I think if you beat Charlotte tonight and get above 500 for the
Mark Lowry.
like, how many times have they been above 500 this late in this? And I say this late in the season, like in the
Tibbs
heading
playoff
into
year, right?
December. Well, yeah,
Tibbs-
that year. Of
Tibbs
course.
playoff year. That's probably it, Phil.
Yeah, there
Like in the
might
last
be
15
another year
years,
in there
it's probably
somewhere.
one of the rare times.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get our research
Anyway,
team to
the
look
flag
at it.
is flying. Great night.
The W's are flying for the. What a time to be a Minnesota sports fan right
Oh
now.
yeah.
The
Wild.
Gophers are about to win the Big Ten West for the first time on
Gopher
Saturday.
basketball undefeated.
Let's rock it.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Go
good
for
stuff.
basketball.
They beat Jacksonville with a
There were like
six-man
12
rotation
There were
last
like
night.
12 people there. The
They
minute
played a
police are
six-man
upset-
rotation against
Did
Jacksonville
they really?
University, dude.
I didn't look at the
Yes.
box score.
Yeah,
Oh my!
Mackey.
What are they going to do against Michigan? I guess just pray.
So is Ben Johnson like trying to wear these guys down to a nub before
Well,
they get
he
to the
doesn't have any.
conference?
He doesn't have players. Like their entire roster except for Eric Curry is basically new because everyone transferred out or graduated.
Eric Curry is how
It's like
old?
40.
How old is he really?
I think he's 23 or 24. I think he's
Wow.
24, somewhere like that. He's like a ninth-year senior.
All right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
all right, we gotta
Minnesota
go.
sports.
Gotta go.
All right, peace out. Mackie and Judd. See you guys.